Hey Reddit, what is the worst message you accidentally sent to the wrong person? I was texting back and forth with a guy selling a space heater online. I then started texting with a friend about the weird things we do in the doctor's exam room while waiting for the doctor to come in. I texted, I always hide my bra and underwear under my clothes when I see my gynecologist. I received a text back, that's nice, but are you still interested in the space heater? That's funny. I was on the other end of this. I was selling a barely used mattress. I text that it had a small Coke stain, but my damn iPhone changed it to a barely used mattress with a small cum stain. LOL. I died laughing after I hit send, but was about peeing myself and saying no at the same time. So I said I meant Coke, but it changed it to I meant cum again. Oh my god, I was mortified. When the guy finally came to get the mattress, it was this guy in a huge Marine Corps stickered truck. He never said a word. Sent love you to my boss instead of my girlfriend. Instant panic. He replied, appreciate the enthusiasm, but let's keep it professional. Sent, hey sexy, to my male boss instead of my wife. He responded, wrong sexy. I once emailed my whole division plus a few major donors and a head of the department at my hospital. Told them I had to skip an important meeting because I had a sore throat because I had gotten DCK. I meant sick. Sick, not DCK. Slip of the finger, never lived it down. I hope this is not a fake story. This shit made me laugh so much. Just imagining their faces and them talking to the other coworkers about it. I wish it was a fake story. The colleagues I was closest to dined out on it for months. I woke up late that morning to about 20 waving DCK memes and cartoons in my inbox, as everyone responded full force. The worst part is that I could have used normal language like, I'm out sick, but I specifically said something like, I got sick, or I'm afraid I've gotten sick, which is not a phrase I usually use. But I was febrile, it was 4 a.m., and whatever phrase I used definitely made it sound like I was very busy working my magic the night before. I was texting my husband and someone I supervised at the same time. My husband told me he was going to go to bed. I was working a night shift and was going to be home in about 30 minutes. I texted my husband that he better not be asleep because I was going to do a few things to him, blah, blah, blah. The response was, what? I texted my coworker. I apologized, explained the mix-up, would call his wife to apologize, etc. He said she was on the couch rolling and asked her husband why doesn't he text her like that. I'm also about 15 years older than he is. I begged him not to tell anyone. Too late. And I started getting funny messages from my entire shift. My husband, he didn't laugh. Wasn't me who sent or received, but I was the first person my friend told in a state of panic. She accidentally sent a link of a NAL prolapse prone to a guy she knew when she meant to send him a link to a car she wanted to buy. She said she just forget she had copied the link to the prone and assumed the link was of the car, which she had copied earlier on. Funniest part was, the message was sent on Instagram. You could unsave the messages even back when this happened years ago, but she wasn't aware. And sadly, even when I told her she could, it was already too late and he had seen it. She had done that pretending to be hacked thing too, for like 5 whole seconds until it was blatantly obvious she hadn't been hacked. I accidentally sent my mom a how to basic video, and all she saw was a chicken being fisted. So, my mom is not just tech illiterate, she's cursed when it comes to using a computer and something going wrong. My sister was on helping her figure out how to hook up her laptop to a projector so she could show travel pictures of her and my dad's trip to Hawaii at a dinner party. My sister had helped her load her pictures up to a Google Drive and was showing my mom how to access them as a slideshow and to make sure to stretch them, or how my mom calls widescreen. Somehow, my mom, thinking this meant to actually Google the pictures, typed in something to the effect of "stretch my show," and when the projector was running, my entire family saw a Google search list, which included multiple close-up picture of a super stretched out butt holes. To this day, no one in my family, including my mom, knows how this happened, how it got this far, and why, for the love of God, would my mom Google something that would initiate a search for stretched out anuses. My male best friend once sent me a very dirty text about what he was going to do to me that night, except it was intended for his girlfriend, who was also a close friend of mine, and he sent it on the 3-person group thread instead of their private message. Honestly, I gained a whole new level of respect for their relationship and learned a thing or two about how to send raunchy messages. One of my employees sent me a text saying his coworker was sleeping in their car in the parking lot instead of working at the customer site. The customer was in the text, as it was a 3-way text. The customer never responded. In college, I, 22 male at the time, left a calculator, an expensive one, in a class. I didn't know everyone or their names yet, but we had a class list with all our cell numbers. I received a text from a new friend saying they had it, and to send new DS to get it back, jokingly. But I wanted to one-up him, so I sent an unsavory photo. The next day, I went to the guy expecting some laughing and a calculator exchange. He said he had no idea what I was talking about. Then, this quiet guy from the back of the class came up and handed me my calculator without making any eye contact, and then scurried off. Never got his name, but that was the last time I sent a lewd photo for a calculator. Not me, but someone I know. He emailed his girlfriend a prone photo of a girl getting F-ed in the ASS, along with the caption, "This is what I'm going to do to you the next time I see you." Unfortunately, he accidentally sent the email to a much older, married woman who was a friend of his family. Surprisingly, the older woman took it all in stride. She replied to his email, saying, "Haha, I think you meant to send this to Amelia," the name of his girlfriend. And yes, he was absolutely mortified. When I was in college, my roommates had a friend who would frequently spend time at our dorm. When I first met her, I mostly just found her irritating, so I tried to avoid being there when she was. I came back to my dorm one day in a particularly bad mood, and her bubbly personality seemed even more grating than normal. I quickly excused myself again and texted my brother about how obnoxious this girl was who was always hanging around our apartment. Only I didn't send it to my brother. I sent it to her, and when she received my text, she announced to all 7 of my roommates that I had texted her and proceeded to read the text out loud. Apparently, my roommates had all found it hysterical, and the girl was actually confused and not sure who I was talking about. I was absolutely mortified and felt so awful. I offered as sincere of an apology as I knew how to make, and she was thankfully very gracious about it. I came to feel grateful for that chance to connect with her, as we ended up becoming very close friends that year. She's one of the loveliest people I know, and the subsequent memories we made are some of my most cherished from that part of my life.